Hey, it's me. Did you find the girl? Oh, that's too bad. But it sounds like you at least know where to search for next. That's something, right? I'm so glad I finally been reunited with all my Kikmi friends. It's all thanks to you. With any luck, hopefully you'll find that girl you've been searching for real soon. Take care, okay? And off he goes. Or she. It. Whatever. I have no idea what the gender is of Kikwis. I'm sorry. Anyways, greetings all, it's Blue Knight. Welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Previously, we finished up our business in the Skyview Temple and discovered that Zelda is not here. So we're heading back up to the sky to get that Emerald Tablet into the Chamber of the Sword to see where our next location is. But before we do that, we've got quite a bit of side business to take care of before we head off to our next chapter, our adventure, so to speak. As you can see, Fi is reminding us about those goddess cubes that we hid back in Fair Woods. Because now they've spawned these markers on the map that are known as goddess chests by the community. I'm not sure that's the official name for it or not, but that's what most people call it, so that's what I'm gonna call it too. Besides, it kind of makes sense in that aspect. So the first one we're going to is where I placed that beacon, which is on a lone island. I think it was, yeah, right behind the Farron Woods beacon, I guess. Actually, one thing I want to bring up about the Loftwing that I never got the chance to when we flew it last time. It's actually based on a real-life bird called a shoebill, and I think the curly tails that we see on all the Loftwings, they're all based on a designer's pet sheep who has that same curly tail. So that's a little interesting fact about the Loftwing. There's actually something else I forgot to bring up about the Loftwing as well, but we'll get right to it after we open this chest. The first of many goddess chests we'll be seeing in this game, I assure you. And it's a piece of heart. Very nice. So we only need one more to complete a heart container. But that's not what I want to do. What else I want to go to the map for? Alright, then take off the beacon, that's why. Let's go back to the map. Take it off, because I don't need any more. We're heading the next location of our goddess chest site. It's going to take us to one of the several islands that goes around the sky. I believe it's called the Pumpkin Landing or Pumpkin Island, something like that. I don't really remember off the top of my head. But anyways, about the Loftwing, there's actually a comic that shows how Link and his Loftwing first met up when he was a kid. It's actually a prequel comic that was in the Hyrule Historia. So if you ever got that on your hands, then that shows the first encounter between Link and his group of Loftwing, and the start of that special bond that was previously mentioned. So now we've got these flying squirrel things. I forgot what they're called. But if you collect them all, then you'll get some rupees out of it. It's a pretty good deal. Wait a second, why am I here? I think I landed the wrong location of this pumpkin. I think one of them might be on the ground somewhere. I got carried away from my little Loftwing tail I was telling about. Yeah, I think it's around the right. At least one of the ground is. Yeah, here it is. So let's see what goddess chest number 2 contains. And it's... oh, an adventure pouch. Very nice. So now we can store 5 items inside. One more item we can store. Oh, obviously. Alright, so the reason why I'm diving off the lumpy pumpkin again... oh, I might have a chance to get all these squirrels this time. Though I doubt it. Yeah, I won't. Not enough altitude on that. But I wanted to get this first, but like I said, I got carried away on my little facts about the Loftwing and those squirrel things. And it's a gold rupee, which can fill up our entire wallet. So that makes this completely pointless. Ah, brother. That's gonna come back to bite me in the ass sooner or later. I just know it. When I really need something like that, I'm just not gonna be able to have it. But in any case, we stumbled into the lumpy pumpkin. And as we can see, there's a heart piece on that chandelier along with a couple of rupees. But if we take a seat at one of the tables, that girl will actually talk to us for a bit. Welcome, this is the Lumpy Pumpkin, home of the finest pumpkin soup in the big wide sky. There isn't much to do here, but take a load off, relax, and enjoy yourself. Well, there's something we can do here aside from replenish our health, which we don't need at the moment. What if we talk to her again? What else will she say? Welcome, I can see from the house outfit that you're a Skyloft Knight. I hope you'll make yourself at home. Have the ruby sitting on the top of the chandelier caught your eye? Don't go thinking you can get those down, you hear? You might think that you could knock the rupees down by bumping something and making the chandelier shake, but don't even think about it. Are we clear? Crystal clear, lady. Let's we talk to the owner of this establishment. This is apparently every bird rider's favorite rest stop. Well, it's probably the only one in the sky, granted. So he's here to serve pumpkin soup, which can replenish some of your hearts, but it will cool off after a while, provided that you have an empty bottle to begin with. I'm not sure how many hearts it fills up, but I think it's quite a bit. But again, that's only when it's hot. There's actually a time limit on the pumpkin soup. I think it gets cold after about 5 minutes. So we head up to the upper level of the Lumpy Pumpkin. We can see one of Bruce's friends that we met early on in the game, Stretch. I think I mentioned this before, but man, I'm really into bugs. That's why I'm out collecting insects whenever I think I'll find them. If you have a bug den too, you should try catching some. If you don't have one, you can pick one up at Beetle's Air Shop. I'm sure that's many shopkeepers flying around Skyloft now. So that's a little hint to what we could do later on. But remember what that girl said about bringing the chandelier? Well, I want that heart piece, and there's no other way to get that down safely, so we're gonna bring it down the hard way. Just a couple rolls into this little support beam. And we get that very funny face. Why would you do that? Get down here and come here this instant. Oh, trust me, it was all worth it, because now we've got our 4th heart piece, which, as a result, gives us another heart container. So I believe we're up to 8 hearts now, by my count. Don't even pretend that was an accident. I put signs up there to warn people to be careful of the chandelier and everything. Well, I washed my hands on the whole thing. Don't be surprised my dad gives you a royal chewing out. So don't even bother trying to leave because he'll just call us back, so we have to talk to the owner sooner or later. What is wrong with you? Just look at what you've done. You broke my fancy custom order chandelier. You're gonna be working for me for free until you pay off every single rupee that chandelier cost me. Got it? Are you ready to own to your responsibility? No way. What did you say? You got some nerve coming in here, buzzing up the place, and thinking you could get away with it. So like I said, we had to accept this little punishment, I suppose you could call it. So our first objective is that we'll have to deliver some of his famous soup to the Knight Commander, Aegis. He says he can't go a day without a bowl of my soup. What do you say? Are you ready to deliver some soup to the Knight Commander? Yeah, sure. No use to delay the inevitable. Deliver that to the Knight Commander. So, you might remember that I had a revitalizing potion. Funny thing about that, I actually used it in the Skyview Temple. Not the one that you saw on video, of course. Well, like he's reminding us, we have to get the pumpkin soup in less than 5 minutes to the Knight Commander. But this is actually a re-recording. For some reason, when I recorded this particular video, it just wouldn't render correctly when I was finished with it. So I'm having to redo this video and the entire session that follows suit because I just want to keep it all consistent. So that's why. Did somebody order some pumpkin soup? I believe you did. Hey Link, have you been working hard on your swordsmanship? Smell something. I know that earthly aroma. Isn't that my favorite pumpkin soup? I asked Yoda the Lumpy Pumpkin to bring me some, but you went out of your way to deliver it to me? Uh, no, I was more forced to do that. Huh? I told Pup to bring some right away, but what is he doing? You don't want to be around when I get my daily pumpkin soup. With that sword, I could believe that statement. So we're gonna give him his pumpkin soup anyways. That's right, I did. Yes, give it to me. I wonder what happens if we say no again. What? You asked to bring this to me? You think you can tease me like this? You do not tease a man about pumpkin soup. If this soup isn't good anymore, you're gonna get some more. I'm pretty sure we have plenty of time, so don't worry your little head about it. Take your soup. I don't want any more. Ooh, so good. This is the stuff. Pumpkin soup is best, piping hot. Well done, say thanks to the owner for me. So you have plenty of time despite the time limit, so don't even worry if you're rushing to get this to the Knight Commander. Unless you're dilly-dallying, then you should probably worry a little bit. Hang on, as long as we're here, let's talk to the Sheikah Stone again, because now that we progressed into the game quite a bit, we can now see what these hints can show us. Like I said, I don't really need to use them anymore, because since I've played this game quite a few times now, but I'm just showing off what will happen if you do select a hint. You just get a little video what you have to do, and that's about it. It's a little clue to where you should go. But other than that, that's pretty much about it. Like I said, I don't use it much anymore since I've played this game a lot. But if you're having trouble either remembering or it's your first time playing the game, then it can be pretty helpful to you. Like I said, I had to use it a few times my first playthrough, so don't be ashamed if you have to do so as well. It's not like you're gonna be chastised for it or anything. Now that we're done with the whole pumpkin soup business, we have to go back to the Lumpy Pumpkin just to confirm with the owner that we deliver the soup. But you're not done yet. I'm already scheming what I need you to do next. I'm gonna need some time to think about this though, so come back and see me later. This little side quest is gonna take up quite a bit of the game, so we'll be coming back here a bit more often down the line. But we do get a little something out of it in the very end, this little side quest. So now that we're done with the Lumpy Pumpkin for now, there's actually another island I want to show off right now before I forget. I think it's to the east of the Lumpy Pumpkin, somewhere off in the distance. Let's see, I think it's around here or here. I'll reconfirm on that once I get closer to our destination. Okay, so I was right about what I said early on. It was the first island that I pointed to before I cut. So let's dive down and see what kind of business we could do here. You can get some treasure out of this little, I guess, mini game. But other than that, there's not much to go after. Mainly, I just want to talk to this guy to introduce them. So, who are you exactly? What? You're telling me you don't know who I am? Believe it or not, I used to be the most popular guy in the sky. Mr. Skyloft, that was me. But you might relate better if I told you I was the proud father of Skyloft's most popular girl, Peatrice, Princess of the Item Check. How's that? How's that? Does that clear anything up for you, young feller? This here's my secret spot where I come to work the kinks out of my sword arm. There was a time, yeah, you were the most popular guy, yes, we know that already. I'm not the young buck I used to be. I eat when I get stressed and I'm worried about my darling daughter all the time. I mean, look at this belly. So that's what drives a fella here to chop some bamboo. Let me tell you, there's no better way to sweat off those pounds. Here's an idea, Lake. Why don't you try slicing up some bamboo? I'm actually gonna pass on for now since we have a full wallet. And I want to use the rupees I have now on some more important things back in Skyloft, so I'll meet you back at Skyloft after cutting again. It's gonna be a lot of editing in this episode, I just know it. So we're back near Skyloft, close to the bazaar, and right on cue, that's where the air shop that we saw Switch mentioned earlier is. It's usually flying around the bazaar, so if you have a hard time trying to find its location, then that's a good starting point. As a matter of fact, I think you can pull it up on the map, and it might be there. Yeah, it is. But like I said, it's usually floating around the bazaar, so this doesn't go anywhere that far. But in any case, let's jump down and see what Beetle's Airshop has in store for us. Beetle's a recurring character in this game, so you Zelda veterans might know him or be familiar about him. Oh, you've come all this way! It's so rare to have a customer here! Beetle's Airshop has everything you could ever want. Please take a look around. And if you actually buy something, that would be even better. So I want to get this this extra wallet first. It's amazingly useful. With this, you can carry an extra 300 rupees in your wallet. Say goodbye to all those times you couldn't pick up another rupee because your wallet was stuffed full. Leave no rupee behind. Even if you must be able to see just how useful it is, it's only for 100 rupees. Well, that's not bad, actually. It's a really good deal. So now that we got an extra wallet, we can hold up to 600 rupees in said wallet. That makes things even better for us. See, I want to get, how much does this adventure pouch cost? If I remember correctly, it's quite expensive. I think a match for enter. Oh, 300. Man, that would cost me the entire wallet, period. That, that gold rupee looks pretty good right about now. But what about this bug net? Okay, so there aren't many bugs here, but you'll be able to catch tons with this when there are some. 50 rupees? Wow. Yeah, I'll be making a net profit in more ways than one. The bug net, we can use it to catch bugs and other small things. When you're hunting bugs, remember to approach quietly and strike quickly. Oh, it really suits you. There's also a bed here that you can sleep on if you need to regain your health. Just want to point that out. But there's actually something pretty funny about Beetle if you don't buy anything after entering his shop. So after you refuse to buy anything after entering his shop, you can try to exit, but then he'll stop you. Do you know how heavy you are? I have to pedal extra hard with you up here. Then you have the gall to leave without buying anything? Off with you! We leave his air shop the hard way. I never recall Beetle having a grudge against his customers in other Zelda games, but in this one, I guess he does. But then again, he's the first Beetle in the Zelda canon timeline thing. Continuity, I mean. So I guess they have to start somewhere. But if you sleep on the bed until morning, then you can prevent that whole thing from happening. But you don't lose any hearts after he trips you or drops you out of his shop. So either way, you're not getting any big consequence from that. It's just a little surprise thing that they just threw in there. So now that I think we have enough time, I think we should head back to the statue of the goddess, since we can put that ruby tablet in. Master, I have confirmed the location of a second opening in the cloud barrier. It is located in the skies to the northeast. This opening will allow you to access a new area on the surface. I suggest you fly there as soon as you make necessary preparations. So now that we opened up the second opening in the cloud barrier, There's actually one more thing I want to activate before we stop for today. Kukil? Kukil! Where could that child have gone? Oh, Kukil, where did you go? What will I do if she's been kidnapped? Oh, Lake! What perfect timing! You haven't seen my Kukil, have you? Nope, can't say I have. I... I see. Please, Lake, won't you help me look for her? I've been looking everywhere for her, but I can't find her. I've asked everyone I could to find for help, and a few people said she's been spotted with someone with an unknown, with a scary face. Someone else even said they thought she's been carried off by a monster. A monster! She must have been kidnapped. She's so cute and friendly. She must have just walked. Someone just just have walked off with her. Jeez, I can't speak today. It breaks my heart to think she's out there somewhere crying. Please, Link. Well, we can't say no to that. We gotta accept that little request. The Night Academy should be proud to have a student like you. Please, find my daughter quickly. And this is gonna open up something else that we'll have to cover next time. We've covered quite enough in this episode as it is. So next time on Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, we'll be helping out this woman finding her child Kukil. Until we meet again, everyone, farewell for now.